Tim, what are you doing here?
I'm part of the show.
Well, yes, I know you're part of the show, but what are you doing here?
Oh, you mean in person?
Yes, normally you call in.
Yeah. See, I was kicked out.
You were kicked out. Wait. Our intern Renee is just letting me know right now. Turns out that headline: Florida man kicked out of Florida for not being Florida enough. No, seriously, Tim. Though, what? Why you got kicked out?
What? We have an intern now?
Oh yeah. You didn't know?
No, you didn't tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Her name's Renee.
Yeah, she's a really nice girl.
Oh, okay. I got kicked out. They told me to take 3 weeks to think about it.
Okay.
So I figured I'd come here because, well, where else to go?
Yeah.
Come home, see family. But also, more importantly, I came here physically.
Yeah.
Because there's something very important I need to say to you.
What's that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim, and you just silenced me again, didn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. The power of editing is strong, and I think it actually might have been Renee on this one.
Sure.
She had expressed her opinion to me, and she thought you were too full of yourself. I think were her exact words. Oh, no, it was that prick thinks that he has too much of an ego, and therefore he's a complete and utter douchebag. Those were the exact words. I'm sorry. Those were her words, not mine. And her view is not in a line with the company in any way.
So that's what she said.
Yes.
How does she know me so well? I've never met her.
I know, exactly. I don't get it either. But, you know, maybe she's really good at reading people.
Maybe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 cards to go over for you this week. We got Final Battle, which I'm going to be really honest, I haven't seen yet.
Either have I.
But I am reading through the SEScoops.com results live coverage, so I'll be able to read what went down.
Yep.
And Tim, you won this one.
Yes.
One of your first cards ever outside of the WWE, where you dominated. Out of 9 predictions, you got 8 right.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that.
I don't know either, but
because
I failed at recognizing that with the Elite leaving Ring of Honor, that this was their final show with Ring of Honor. I had so many of them down to winning. I will not back down from my Adam Page one. Adam, stick together. He was going to win.
I thought for sure I got Mario Squirrel wrong, but now I think about it, I think I switched that at the last minute too.
Yes, you did. You kept going with Christopher, and then at the last second, you were just like, no, Marty. You're like, it makes more sense storyline-wise to have Marty take it.
Now I'm glad I made that switch.
Yes. All right, so the show opened up with Kenny King versus Eli Isom, or however it's pronounced. Kenny cut a promo on Eli just before the match. And just went one side down the other on him. And then started the match by just hitting him with the microphone.
Just so you know, that was a lot of that you just had.
Okay, I do that a lot. Okay, whatever. But yes, Kenny King did win this with a fireman's carry driver.
Oh, okay. So he didn't steal my finisher again.
No, not this time.
I'm coming for you, Kenny King. That is my finisher. You stole a version of my finisher, and I'm coming to collect when I had the balls to actually confront you.
Okay. I mean, that'll be never?
No. When I have enough money to hire tons of bodyguards to do it for me.
No. The better one would be to show up at a show and be like, "Stop stealing my finisher!" Stop stealing my finisher. And he's just like, what the hell is this kid talking about? And you're like, I'm a grown man and stop stealing my finisher.
I like that.
From a video game. And
I like that. Yeah, I'll have to do that.
all right, next up was the Ring of Honor TV title. Oh yeah, and we both chose Kenny for that one.
Yes, because we had no clue who the other guy was.
Next up is Jeff Cobb versus Adam Hangman Page, and I went with Adam on this one because Adam stick together.
And you were wrong.
Yes, and yeah, I was wrong on that one. You were right on that one. You chose Cobb, of course you did.
Did I hear a little pity or like just pissed off that you lost?
Look. Whatever. As I said, I failed to recognize that Elite were leaving, that most of the Elite were leaving Ring of Honor with this show. So I failed on a lot of things.
I pointed it out to you.
I know. And I was like, no, they're going to go out on top. They're going to be... No, I forget that the wrestling rule is that when you leave, you go out on your back.
Yes. Yes, you do.
All right. But both guys... started off the match as baby faces, but the crowd was popping for both guys on big moves.
Okay.
And yeah, Page went for the buckshot lariat. Cobb countered into the Tour of the Islands, and then Cobb gave him another one just because, and got the pin win.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I can't wait to watch that.
So that's 2 to me.
Yes.
1 and 1 for you.
Yes. Next up was the Women of Honor World Championship, the 4-corner elimination match. I took Sumi Sakai.
Yep.
And you took Kelly Klein.
Yeah, I can't believe I got that one right.
And yeah, Kelly eliminated everyone.
I don't really.
She went Becky Lynch on this.
Nice.
She became the man.
Like when I saw that, when I looked at the results, I'm like Kelly Klein, I'm like, holy crap! The one I picked, like, yeah, there's only 4 women in the match.
Yeah.
So to actually pick the person who won, that's
25% odds on that one.
Yeah, that's still pretty good. But like, and then have her be the one who actually eliminated everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's. I wish I had money down for eliminating everyone.
That's a loss that I stop and go, well, congratulations, sir.
Yeah. That won't happen again in another fatal 4-way.
Yeah, I know. Next up, we have Jonathan Gresham versus Zack Sabre Jr. And yeah, we were totally correct on this one. Zack Sabre, clearly the name.
Yeah.
I have seen Jonathan Gresham in action with, I believe it was Defiant.
Okay.
It was this last episode of Loaded that they put up.
Oh, okay.
And kind of a small dude.
Okay.
Like one of those that you look at and you're like, maybe a little bit taller than Rey Mysterio, but put that up again. I mean, still like stocky.
Yeah.
But put that up against Zack Sabre Jr., who has nearly made Okada tap.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, kid. You're going to get bent into a pretzel, and hopefully you have a finger free to start tapping the mat with.
Yeah, a finger.
Yeah,
it's
technical
also,
masterpiece. So, yeah, we were both correct with that.
But also, this is Zack Sabre Jr.'s Ring of Honor debut.
Yes.
So, the ironic thing of him not winning would have been really bad. I mean, like, when...
You don't typically open your run, even as a bigger guy, I mean, a bigger named person.
Yeah.
Coming into a company and losing, unless you specifically say, I'm going after your top guy immediately.
Unless you're Will Ospreay, who's coming in and going for a world title shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course, he's coming in to do a match. He's not winning.
No, unless, something magical happens with Ring of Honor and he does a run with them.
Yeah, but...
Which I'm totally cool with.
Oh, yeah. Though I'd find it hilarious if All Elite Wrestling announced that Will Ospreay was one of the people who signed with them.
That would be awesome. I think what...
Because...
can you imagine All Elite going, okay, they only do like 4 major shows a year.
Yeah.
And because of that, they're able to go, okay, we get to the end of a major show, we have another 4 weeks of house shows,
Yeah.
and then we take 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And then we start building to the next major show.
Well, it'd be because they're looking to like a TV deal, so they'd have to probably figure out that.
Well, I mean, you could do some tapings.
Yeah, but you see, one thing that would be interesting to see them do is
I actually suggest that they do tapings.
Is go into what is it? When you bring in someone from the outside who may not be a permanent fix is they have a run. During that run, they can still work outside the company.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing: AEW has approval of the
during
booking.
the run.
During the run, just so that they want to go work in this really small organization where the ring may be not questionable.
Yeah.
We can't take a risk that you maybe actually get hurt there.
Oh, do you have a match coming up in New Japan? Well, then go right ahead.
Yeah,
do your
absolutely.
match with New Japan and come right back.
It's New Japan. We're expecting that, but like
Yeah.
some of these smaller ones, like they work with in the past, maybe the ring isn't the best or something like that. They can't take a risk of them working with them during this run because then it ruins what they want to do with it.
I mean, at the same time, like what is it? Barroom Wrestling.
Yeah,
That when Joey Ryan's with them a lot.
yeah,
And it would be like, oh, okay, no, Joey Ryan, PWG, those guys will probably still get, All Elite. Actually, I can see it now. All Elite would be like, no, we're going to handshake deal with you.
yeah.
You're our scouting spots.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, they may not be able to they're not able to get progress or evolve, but they'll be like, hey, Defiant, we're going to look at you.
PWG is also with WWE in a sense, whereas they don't have a handshake deal with them, but the William Regal goes there all the time to scout.
But that would be like, I think All Elite would be like, we're going to be scouting here too.
Yeah,
You're going to be one of our scout spots.
we're gonna be like, we will have a handshake deal.
We'll come over and sit next to Regal for these things.
Yeah,
You'll know who we are.
but no, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, it'll be interesting how that works out. What is the next match on the card?
Okay. We've got next up Matt Taven versus Dalton Castle.
This is the one I lost.
Yes. Now I forget where yes, I got this one right. Yeah.
Yep, he came back. It looks like they're going to use that as he came back too soon from injury angle.
Yep.
So, it's
Still
not bad.
bandaged up. 2018 is all about it. Yeah, they sold what storytelling in ring?
I know.
What is this?
Interesting note about Dalton Castle, as about a year ago, WWE, I think it was a year ago, it was over the summer, WWE was really interested in signing Dalton Castle. Actually, it was about a year ago.
Okay.
Over a year ago. And they were really interested. And then he went and signed a renewed with Ring of Honor, and what do you know, about 2 months later, he became the world champion.
Yeah.
Apparently, WWE is still very high on wanting to get Dalton Castle.
Do you blame him?
No.
I mean,
So
you look at Ring of Honor, and that is just a wonderful spot. Like, I really feel like for the U.S., in ring-wise, Ring of Honor is the peak.
yeah,
Like, that's where, if you want to be like, no, I am good in this ring, Ring of Honor is where you want to end up.
well, in the U.S.
In the U.S.
On a global scale, it's New Japan,
Oh, God, yeah.
but in Ring of Honor is the state. Though I've heard some good things about PWG as being a standard for ring action too.
It is. But it's one of those that PWG, like Ring of Honor, will give you the exposure.
Yes.
PWG will get you exposure, but Ring of Honor is that next step.
PWG, if you're breaking into the independent scene, it's one of those places where it's like, oh no, he can go. Other places like, oh okay, we're gonna start signing you.
Yeah.
Well, we want to work
You
with
start to build a national name there.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
It's Ring of Honor that you're like, yes, I'm now on a world stage. What's up? How you guys doing?
Now I want to say on a world stage
Internet. Through the internet.
Not
For the
necessarily.
smarks out there, man.
Not necessarily on the global world stage. You've officially made it a name
Oh, yeah.
in a sense. It's when you get to New Japan, you can officially say you're on a global scale.
Okay.
But Ring of Honor, yes, the internet may see you, but how many people actually will know your name? If you go to New Japan after that, then people are going to know your name.
Well,
like Juice Robinson.
I knew Will Ospreay before New Japan.
Well, yeah.
But that's also because he had that amazing 2016? 2017?
What match?
Where he just kept being nominated for top match of the year.
Oh, who knows?
Like a number of top tens.
See, that's
had to be like, we're only putting one Will Ospreay match on here this year.
Yeah, it's probably because that's the other way you get a global name.
Yeah.
When you do that, doesn't matter where you are. Oh, okay, you have to keep an eye on this kid.
This kid is just turning out top matches. Much like, this year I'm going to have a tough time with match of the year because I'm like, well, do I go with the actual pinnacle of the year? And that's, Okada Omega 4? Or do I then go personal favorite?
See, we already decided this.
I know.
That
Roman Reigns versus leukemia match of the year.
Match of the century.
Yeah. Just forget it. Every year, that's the number one.
Until he returns, of
yes.
course.
Until we actually have a winner.
Yes.
It's an ongoing match.
Well, we already know eventually who will probably win that match.
I certainly hope so. Time.
Yeah.
Third fighter in the ring. All right. Next up, we've got Marty Scurll versus Christopher Daniels. This was for Marty's number one contender.
Yeah, because if I believe it correctly, Marty won the top prospects tournament that they have.
Right.
Which guarantees him a future world title shot. So he had to defend this against Christopher Daniels. So that's what was up for
it's the survival of the fittest.
Okay, maybe it wasn't the top prospect then.
That's what Scurll won.
Okay, so that's what he won.
Winning in what he won was a title shot. Yeah. Story leading into the match was Daniels had been that he needs to earn the title shot in order to receive a new Ring of Honor contract.
Okay.
Because Joe Koff said at Final Battle last year that his contract would not be renewed in 2019, so he had 1 year left. If he had won the title shot, he would have been able to continue his.
Yeah, because he's leaving. His contract's
it expires. It's done.
Expiring, but he's leaving because he's working. He's leaving with
All Elite. Do you blame him? Come on, SCU, man.
No. So.
And even if Daniels goes in only to train, dude's he's been in the industry for a long time. Just check out his work early on in both Ring of Honor and TNA. Back when TNA was actually a spot to go check out.
Yeah.
And it kind of is again, but not
really.
No,
it's not. Yeah. It's growing. It's gotten better.
Have you seen their new setup?
I think so.
Hard cam with the entrance on the other side of the ring, which Defiant uses. Ring of Honor kind of uses it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of indies use that instead. And I'm like, you know what? I like it.
WWE used to use it for a little while.
They used to do it, especially in smaller venues.
Yes.
And I kind of feel that WWE definitely needs to move back to smaller venues for Monday and Tuesdays.
Yes, until you get a better product where people actually want to come back and see you.
Yes. Oh, I'll get to that about TLC, though. But Daniel's got a thank you SCU chant after the match as his Ring of Honor career is supposedly finished.
Yes.
And Scurll locked in the chicken wing to get the win.
Okay.
So it was by a tap out.
Interesting. Because Squirrel's contract's coming up too.
I know.
So,
Bully Ray hit the ring and gave Daniels a low blow. He did it because he's a bully. Okay. Yeah. Then he calls out Flip Gordon for their I Quit match. Flip Gordon versus Bully Ray. Ooh, we got this one right.
Yes. Well, I know I got this one right because we covered the one match I got wrong.
So Flip came in for the Hammerstein Ballroom through the crowd exactly the same way that Sandman did. Good for him on being like, that's right, I am a student of the game.
Yep. This was taking place at the Hammerstein Ballroom?
Yeah, Hammerstein Ballroom.
Damn.
Final battle happens there.
That's
So it's kind of one of those that it's a small venue.
yeah.
Like it's what 800 seats,
I think so.
something like that.
I think it may be 1,000, but it's like still like it's still small.
Yeah, it's a theater,
Yeah.
and it is hearing. It's also the thing that I love about NXT.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, NXT even takeovers, they feel small.
Yeah.
And of course NXT the show is small. But getting that reaction out of a small crowd, I kind of feel is better than the 10,000 person crowd.
Yeah.
Cuz you got to break a lot of apathy.
Well, yeah, and some of the takeovers seem small when they get when we get to WrestleMania, or even at the Royal Rumble, the Barclays Center.
Yeah. But I mean, it just with the house lights low, it actually does feel like a smaller venue.
Yeah.
Because then you're at and I feel that also WWE kind of needs to go back to this and lower the house lights. You don't need to have your half-empty stadium be brightly lit every time.
You need to go back.
Even though you moved everyone to one side so you can hard cam it.
What they need to do is go back what they did at Evolution and bring the lights down in the house. So it's only in the ring that you really see. And maybe the first few rows. Because that was awesome. That gave the Evolution a really cool vibe.
Hoo-wee! Okay, so there was Silas Young interfered.
Okay.
Colt Cabana also made a run in, and then the lights went out. When the lights came back on, Sandman was in the ring with a beer and a kendo stick. I'm like, how much better could that be? So he takes out Young, who defeated him on Ring of Honor television in the build-up to this match. Then Flip started just repeatedly laying kendo sticks into the back of Bully Ray until Bully Ray quit.
Oh, nice.
I was like, so a little bit of the Rock versus Mankind ending?
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, I'm going to continue beating you until you do quit. Good run, you Flip. Season that brass ring. You get that. I want more of that.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, the Hammerstein Ballroom, it seats 2,500 people for the theatrical production of the musical performances. Several thousand events held within the central ring. The two main balconies are unusually close to the ground and generally slope to see toward total of 1,200. So the top of the balconies are 1,200 combined.
Oh.
So, and then you have on the floor it's 2,500 total. But that's for a theater setup. So when you put the ring in there, so it's probably closer.
It takes out like a good probably 100 or so seats.
Yeah, it's probably closer to I'd say probably 1,500 to 1,800.
Yeah, probably
for a wrestling show.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right. Next up was the Ring of Honor World Championship. Jay Lethal versus Cody.
We've missed a few matches.
Nope.
We haven't covered the tag team champions.
Nope. We haven't.
That was the main event?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the main event.
Oh no, it was the main event.
Okay.
I am hearing very, very good things. I haven't even read the play-by-play of it yet. Just for the listeners out there, I am reading it real time right now. So if you hear me just go silent, it's because I decided, oh, that was an interesting part. I'm going to continue to read it. So it starts off with Cody wasting no time to be the heel of the match. He cuts a promo telling the fans if he loved them, the fans, he'd be on the Madison Square Garden show. Then he faked a knee injury. I'm like, Cody, thank you for just being the worst heel possible and laughing about it the entire way. So, as the reviewer says, so many things happened in this match. That's the first sentence of the second paragraph after the knee injury. It was just like, okay, shit went sideways. All right. Lethal kicked out of the Crossroads twice. Cody ducked out of a lethal injection by shoving Brandy in front of him. Hangman Page came out and rang the bell when Cody had Lethal in the figure 4. So he tried to, like, they just went full heel on this one. All right. Paige then gave the belt to Cody and ran away. The ref waved it off as Lethal hadn't submitted. What? Thank you guys for just getting weird. So in the finish, Lethal gave Cody a series of super kicks, then a lethal injection. Instead of going for the pin, he looked to go for the move a second time, but Cody countered. Lethal then countered Cody into the figure 4 leg lock, and Cody tapped out.
Aha.
So, I mean, you were right on this one. I was not.
Yep.
But I said it would have been really cool for Cody to leave the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yep. But they don't want their belt not on one of their guys.
So after the match, Skrull came out and reminded Lethal that he has a title match coming up. And Nick Aldis showed up, clapped for Lethal. The NWA champion showed up, clapped for Lethal, and then left.
Interesting.
Okay.
I wonder if we'll get Marty versus Jay Lethal at Wrestle Kingdom, and then we'll build towards.
I don't see a Ring of Honor belt being defended at Wrestle Kingdom.
They've done that.
Yeah, but not this year. Not this year. I'm willing to bet the card's already. Well, actually, the card should be already set because they're on a 2-week break.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. They put the Ring of Honor there. But they may not because they have the British Heavyweight Championship match on there, so they may not want two foreign belts on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put Marty, if New Japan would allow it, put them there as well. That way you could have that. Lethal could defend, retain, and then start building towards Madison Square Garden, where you have Lethal versus Nick Aldis for both belts.
Okay, I think I found my new place to go for coverage, because the dude who wrote this, I freaking love you, dude.
You're reading the main
Ian
event.
Carey. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to actually read the main event for everyone. So it was the main event: Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, Ladder War 7, SCU
defending
Kazarian and Scorpio Sky versus the Briscoes versus the Young Bucks.
Yep.
For the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. So, just going to read it for you. So much to call here. This was a bloody, fast-paced, brutal, and amazing main event. After springboard cutters through tables, a staple gun, multiple ladder spots, and way too much to recap, the Briscoes have won the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships for the 10th time. You know what? Thank you for giving me that review of it. I am actually going to go watch this now. Yeah.
Well, see, this is one of the things I liked about independent wrestling. Well, generally, your top belt, singles belt, should be the main event. But when you have a hot feud going on or something like that, it can be the main event.
Yeah.
And because look at what Triple H has done with NXT, where in Chicago 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years this June, where we had the Authors of Pain defend against TMY, DIY, and the Revival, triple threat match, elimination match.
Yeah. And
that was the main event. It was also the night that Tommaso turned on.
Yes.
Later at the end. But it shows you when you have such a hot feud, another title can stand the time. Again, back when Sasha and Bayley were a hot feud.
You put that in the main event.
After their amazing match at SummerSlam TakeOver, they had the 30-minute Iron Woman match at the next TakeOver in the main event.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you, when you have a hot feud, that should close the show. Again, we see that at TLC.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
But yes, the overall total, 8 correct for Tim, 5 correct for Adam. If you're keeping score at home.
No, our 4 people who are listening to this podcast, they are not, but I am. Because all I need to know is the champ is here.
Sorry, Tim, what was that? I didn't hear anything. Did you guys hear anything at home? Probably not. All right, let's move on to TLC.
You're not censoring me again.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you better not be doing the whole "Are you ready?" every
Nope.
time I say something like
No,
that.
I'm not doing that at all.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's not happening at all. All right. So yeah, now I'm really seriously looking forward to watching this entire show, Ring of Honor. Oh, it looked good. It read pretty well.
It read pretty well. It read so well that I can't wait to get my hands on it and devour it. I mean, like, by watching it, not eat it. That's what it sounded like when you said, I look forward to... It sounded like you wanted to eat it. Like,
I mean, dude, I'm hungry. I'm
so
hungry for some action. All right, next up we got WWE TLC, which was surprisingly an enjoyable show for what I watched of it.
Really quickly, I need some clarification. Hungry for some action. Are you? What kind of action? Is this going to be penetration action?
No, it's not penetrating.
It's not penetrating?
It's not penetrating action.
Okay.
No. It's just, my life's... I'm stuck in a rut, man.
Okay.
Stuck in a rut. Every day I come home, I do the same exact thing. I play video games, I record, I edit. Every day it's the same thing.
Note to the editor, please cut that last part out.
Note to editor, you shut the hell up. I can fire you.
Not based on my napkin contract.
No, I was talking to the editor on that one.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into WWE TLC with the pre-show, which had... Well, one match that should have been on the main card and one match that I'm still trying to figure out what the hell actually happened.
I have no clue what happened because I fast forward through it.
All right. So we have Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight title. Buddy Murphy retains his title.
Check.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I mean, they said their show... People said their show at the Super Showdown match was really good.
Yeah.
This match basically just proved that these two guys, whenever they get in the ring together, they're going to put them on magic.
It was a match of, okay, oh crap, that didn't put you down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit my big thing. Oh crap, that didn't put you kicked out of it? All right, now I have to try one more thing. So...
That's cool.
It was a match of who is going to not be able to respond.
Okay.
Like, that's just it. And I kind of feel that that's what WWE in particular has been missing for a while.
Yeah.
Instead, it's, all right, this guy hits his finisher. Oh, it got blocked. Now this guy hits his finisher. And that one worked. It was just like, well, what happened to... I'm not going to pull out my finisher unless I know I'm finishing this guy.
Yeah.
Like, and the overselling of everyone kicking out of everything. The Cruiserweight shows that you can kick out of everything, and, well, this match shows, and it still works on paper. It still tells that story.
Yep.
You don't need to have Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar go finish for finish, and then suddenly 5 minutes later, after 7 finishers, one guy just is like, oh, all right, you finally beat me. What happened to wearing your opponent down first? Okay. Speaking of not wearing down your opponent and just going for power moves, we have Elias versus Bobby Lashley for the guitar on a pole match. Oh, I'm sorry. It's guitar hanging above the ring, which originally the rules on one of these matches is the first one to get up there and take it down can use it.
Yes.
It then becomes a weapon in the match. In this match, it was the first person to get it wins.
Really?
Yep. Because Elias brought it down and won. And then kind of went face and everyone beat him up. Leo Rush. Oh, it's one of the best calls. So, Bobby Lashley is looking at Leo, telling him to get up in the corner. Now, you typically can see the body language. It's like, go to the corner, get up there. He's like, no, he's pulling a John Cena, and he was like, frog splash him, do it now. And Lio Rush is like yelling back at him, move the ladder, move it back, because a ladder had fallen in the opposite corner. And where Elias, who is laying in between the two of them, just laying there, being a good, okay, they're gonna hit they're gonna hit this on me, and then I'm gonna have to do this. He's just laying there. Bobby Lashley finally shoves the ladder over, and Leo hits his frog splash. By the way, I like his frog splash.
Okay.
But yes, this was also, Bobby Lashley performed his finisher on a ladder, which came down on top of Elias. Quite honestly, he could have just dropped the ladder on him.
Okay.
Like, you know that flip out shoulder thing that he picks you up, which would normally have been a scoop power slam?
Yeah.
But now he flips it out?
Sure.
Yeah, he did that, but with the ladder. Yeah, it was weird.
Okay.
It was a weird match. Just weird, okay? That was a pre-show match type of match.
But more importantly, check.
Yeah, you got it right. I said Lashley. I thought they were just going to continue to sell Lashley as being like an unstoppable heel.
Well, it's the thing, by having Elias win the match by pulling a guitar down, it doesn't hurt Lashley.
Oh yeah, by the way, Elias never got to use it. Lashley used it on him.
That's not a surprise.
Seriously, it was weird. All right, so the official show kicks off with a match that should have been on the damn pre-show.
No. You're underselling this. This match should have never happened at a pay-per-view, period.
Okay, thank you. It should have been a dark match.
No,
at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
No one, empty Coliseum match.
It
should have been a boiler room match.
It should have been a pre-show match, dark match, that happens in a different state in...
Okay, now you're just being mean.
In a local organization that gets like 20 people total.
Oh, my Northeast Atlantic Coast Championship Wrestling, the NNEACCW.
Oh, you only get that? I thought you guys got like 25 people.
No. It went down. 5 of them. Sadly, there was a meatpacking problem. 5 of them have moved on.
Dude, how many times have I told you you gotta stop hosting your card and matches at that meatpacking?
They're not dead. They sadly, the meatpacking plant itself had to shut down. The 5 people that left, they worked there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a small place.
Well,
It's a small family-run spot. And, I mean, the organization still gets to use that because technically the building hasn't been condemned yet.
Well,
So they're kind of freeloading in there.
See, the thing, the main reason why I was saying, well, you should gotta stop hosting it there, is because it's not sanitary.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What was it? Wasn't your main star? Didn't he just get like a staph infection from having a backstage brawl in the packing area?
No. That is a random cyst that has been lanced and taken care of.
Sure.
Yeah, it was done by it was actually done by the mother of a guy who went to 6 EMT classes, so she knows what she's doing.
So Chris Aidman?
Well, All right. So back to the Mixed Match Challenge finals. R-Truth and Carmella versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Oh my god. Seriously, why is this match even on the card? I knew that the stakes meant something, but that still feels like a pre-show match stakes.
But no. That the stakes is a main card stakes. It's just, here's the thing. The stakes should not have been on this match. Not just because of who's in it, but because only 17,000 on average watched it on Facebook.
I never knew it was happening.
So yeah, no, so it's not just that, but then let alone, no one gives a fuck who was in this match.
No, not really. I mean, R-Truth is now like a C-list player.
There's only one person in this match who people probably care about.
Alicia Fox.
No.
Damn it.
Carmella. Because as much as we bashed Carmella winning and being the women's champion this year, she's better than every single person else in that ring.
Well, at that moment, yeah.
And she's not that, and she does get better and all that, but so let's be honest.
I also don't understand the whole she changed the color of her hair and now she's a face.
I know.
What? But yeah, R-Truth and Carmella won, so they're going to be entering in at number 30 for their respective Royal Rumbles. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to worry about Roman Reigns popping up at number 30.
Because he's going to pop up at number 29.
Or Batista showing up at number 30 and getting booed out of the building.
Because Roman Reigns is going to pop up at number 29, and Batista is going to pop up at number 28.
And a half.
Yes. But
but they're going to start adding half numbers now. So actually, Roman Reigns will be coming in at 30 and a half.
See, here's the thing. With R-Truth, if they really want to, they can still remove him from the number 30 spot because...
Oh, yeah, they totally could.
All they do is, like, someone took him out. And then also at the Royal Rumble, someone attacked R-Truth.
Yeah.
Who is this? And The Rock comes out. Or, like...
Exactly.
Or Roman Reigns comes out, too. Oh, my God, it's Roman Reigns. Oh, wait, he's... Boo!
Whoa.
Oh, wow, that was a spike.
All right, so let's actually get into the matches that...
actually matter and actually belonged on the main show.
So the real kickoff of the show was the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Triple Threat match of The Bar versus the Usos versus the New Day. And damn.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Damn. Even though there was the weird tag botch that happened. So at one point, I believe it was Jey Uso tagged Kofi, which means that Kofi is no longer the legal man. So it would have been in ring at that time, Jey and Cesaro, who proceeded to team up and attack Kofi, who then Cesaro left the ring, and Kofi stayed in the ring, almost getting pinned.
And the ref actually
started to count that one.
Yeah, counted that one when he's the one that had to make sure that the tag was there. Yeah, it was weird. That was a blotch. That was a bad blotch.
Yeah, but, I mean, they kept it going and were able to fix it.
Yeah,
so
but,
cool.
I mean...
Good on you guys.
I mean, it's not like it was a blotch where someone, like...
Nobody
blotched
got
a
injured.
move. Yeah, a blotch move. It was just the wrong person who's not technically illegal almost lost the match.
I know. Anyway. But we both chose... We both chose The Bar on that one.
You can only imagine that Vince McMahon was probably having a... giving the... timekeeper an earload of what the fuck are they doing?
Oh no, probably from Vince's point of view, it was, I mean, because if you're just, I didn't notice it until it was pointed out and I went, oh,
see,
oh yeah, that totally happened.
No, I actually noticed it as it happened.
Oh,
I was like, wait,
you're like, wait a second.
I was working on my wrestling game I was playing, and I was looking up because I saw a bunch of action going on. I'm like, wait
a second. He's not the legal man.
He get tagged. They said he tagged Kofi. Wait, why is he pinning him then? He's not the legal man.
It was one of those that I just got caught up, and I was just like, all right, it's Kofi in the ring. All right, that's totally happening.
Yep.
I kind of feel that the match should have actually been a tornado tag match.
No, what this match should have been, this should have been the other ladder match.
Ooh, for the titles.
Yeah, instead of the guitar over the ring.
Yeah, but whatever on that one. That was a stupid idea. Fucking probably Vince McMahon fucking came up with that bullshit, motherfucker.
Wait,
fucking stand.
Wait
down.
a minute.
You're
the editor.
What? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up match was the surprisingly third match on the card: Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman. But it's, there are so many things happening. The stakes are very high on this match. This should have been like main event match right here. Because if Strowman wins, he challenges for the Universal title at the Royal Rumble. And if Corbin wins, or if Corbin loses, he loses his authority. But if he wins, he's going to be the Raw GM.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
A second. Right there.
Ow!
You're an idiot.
Why?
Because Strowman, we knew he was actually hurt. So
Yeah, but
no.
the stakes in this match, man.
No.
Okay, I know.
No.
It actually, they played it out very well.
We were working at this even last week, like how they were gonna get around, because we knew like Strowman was not gonna be cleared. I mean, he showed a picture of his elbow like on a week ago,
Yeah.
and it was like, yeah, he's not gonna be clear enough. He comes out when he's walking to the ring and he moves his entire body to turn, not like twist, like
there's no twisting.
Yeah.
He's still in pain.
like not necessarily in pain, but like he's like been told, do not do anything but put your foot on Corbin.
But I do like how he comes out and cuts a promo. Well, technically, the match started before that because Corbin had his inside man, Heath Slater, start to count Strowman out.
But, okay, first off, this is a TLC, there's no disqualification, so you can't count someone out.
Yeah, I know.
So it should have been like, okay, Corbin, it should have been like, the ref should have been like, okay.
I kind of feel that they were giving him a 10 count to come to the ring.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
If he refuses to come to the ring, they're like, no, we're calling the match. It's a forfeit.
Yeah.
Not a disqualification. It's a forfeit.
Yeah, but it just makes no sense.
Whatever. But the thing... Okay, so WWE people still have the issue of when someone's music hits, everyone in the ring freezes.
Yeah.
Because Slater was at 7.
Yep.
When Strowman's music hit. There is no way a 3 count happened between the music hitting and Strowman getting to the ring.
See, I think the whole point was Baron Corbin didn't know he was was there.
Oh yeah.
So the whole count was kind of like just as a formality, so a reason for him not being there. So they can say, oh, we had the bell was rang, he didn't show up, we even counted, thinking he's not there. And once he showed up, okay, the bell's already rang.
Yeah.
So the match is going on.
Match has started.
So therefore, that's why he stopped counting. I will give you this: Baron Corbin's face was perfect. He's just like,
wait, what?
He's like, what? Like he didn't get like fearful or anything. He's
no.
He was just like, what? He's here? Like,
oh crap!
And then he's like,
here.
he's like here. And he's like, oh,
damn it!
And then he came
I
out.
actually have to do this.
He came out, and then he cut there. It's like, you pissed off a lot of people, and then
it's a no DQ match.
Yep, and then you turn around, and who comes out first?
Apollo Crews.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, no. By the way, it's not Apollo Crews. It's Apollo.
Yeah, it's just Apollo.
Because he can't use the name Crews because of the stupid guy who shot people up.
Yeah, well, he's still being written down as Apollo Crews.
So, like, with a chair. Yes, he's a chair, but it's Apollo Crews. He's not that formidable, though he has been doing better since he broke away from that stupid Titus Worldwide.
Yeah, he's doing better.
But still not much of a threat. Yes, he's a chair, but Corbin is at a higher state there.
Yeah.
Then he goes to turn around and look who's over there. It's the new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Chad Gable and Bobby Roode show up.
And then, I was not expecting this one.
I wasn't either because of the constant rumor that he was sick.
Well, I didn't expect him to come out because he had a match later in the night. But Finn Balor is there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they all look around and it's like, okay, there's one's way out. And that's up towards the ramp. And that's when we get to see Heath Slater pull off the ref shirt and hit the first blow.
Yes.
And they attack him, hitting him with the chairs. Corbin goes out. He's like, you want me? Come get me. Because you have to beat me to get your in-law.
Yeah.
And who comes out but Kurt Angle?
A great spot.
Yeah.
But once again, immediately recognize that Kurt is old as fuck right now. Physically, that man is about 85 years old.
Rooting for the "you suck" chance.
No, it's just like, you know what? I totally understand, dude.
Yeah.
You keep doing you on that, but holy crap, you're old. Triple H is in better condition than you are. What the hell happened?
That's what happens when you have a bunch of broken necks.
Well, and a alcohol issue
Yes.
that you have since dealt with.
So, but comes in late. Sends Corbin back in. They do a whole bunch of their finishers.
Yep.
Hits the angle slam. By the way, I hate the angle slam now. Not because this was a long time coming, because he did it the way he hits it is he hit that way. He basically picks you up and just kind of drops you down now.
Yeah.
Where it used to be where he actually picks you up and spins and slams you. So much better looking.
Yeah.
But then I knew it was going to set up.
Because now it just looks like he kind of picks you up and falls.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to go lay down.
But he's been doing that before for the longest time.
Yeah.
But it was meant to set up in the perfect spot for the coup de grace.
Yep.
They issue in into Strowman to come in. He comes in and he looks at Heath. He's like, hold on.
Heath puts the uniform back on.
They actually help him put it back on. And then he gets in, counts to 3.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I actually went, okay, if Strowman wasn't recovering from surgery, I see this match going a different route and still being a good match, because you still have the key elements of this story, which was Heath Slater turning on Baron Corbin.
Yep.
And not necessarily giving the win, but allowing Braun Strowman to win.
Yeah. I mean, if he wasn't recovering from surgery, you'd have no reason to have Heath turn on him yet.
Yeah.
But it would have been like if he was still recovering from surgery, but he was cleared enough but he had to take it easy. You could have more of an interesting match where the people start showing up as the match goes.
Oh yeah.
To help out, to lighten the load that Strowman has to do. But
I mean, if he was 100%, it would have just been those three people telling that story. If Braun needed to be covered for a little bit more, but still could go, then you would see everyone here, but you would see more action out of, like, it would be like every time Corbin would try to escape, somebody would usher him back in, and Strowman would hit him with something, and then.
What would have been an interesting added to this story is if Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley came out like they're gonna help, and then they just they come down to the ring like they're ready to get involved, and then they saw people come at them with chairs. They're just like,
nope.
It's like, I don't care about you with a chair. I still can take. They even asked I don't care what you have a chair. I'll still take you down. When they look up at Baron, and you're like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's for you. It's not worth it. Leave.
I like how, Lashley's the only one who has a valid reason to not be coming out, because Drew was, he's rested. He can come right out.
Yeah. But
Lashley's like, dude, I already wrestled. Leo Rush is like, oh, did you see that frog splash? It's crazy.
Yeah. So, but it was a good thing. We knew the plan was for Strowman, Brock at Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So,
good thing that's still definitely happening.
Yes.
All right, next up was a tables match. It's Natalya versus Ruby Riott.
Did anybody care about this?
Okay, so it was weird. I don't understand this storyline. Like, having a match between them because Ruby is pushing Natalya's buttons with her father's passing. That's a cool little storyline. You can get away with that. You paint Ruby as just being like, I'm gonna poke the bear until it does something.
Yeah.
And you paint Natalya as, seriously, stop poking me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you if you push me too far. I'm gonna do this. Instead, they've been selling it as Ruby is just a straight up bitch.
Yep.
Just being like, I'm gonna fuck your world up. And Natalya's playing it as, why are you doing this to me? Stop it. And it's like, no, don't play it that way. Natalia needs to be able to stand up on her own and show that the hearts don't break down.
Not that anybody cares about Natalia.
No, but still.
When she won the SmackDown Women's Championship last year.
For what, 4 days? No, I'm just
kidding. It was like...
Wait, when was that? No, I'm just kidding.
It was a good thing because it was her second run only, ironically, after being there for like 10 years.
Yep.
But, I mean, she earned it. She's been around. She's earned it. But at the same time, no one really cares about her characters because she's turned hair on face almost as much as Big Show has now.
I mean, I made the joke last week that Nia Jax is turning into that. Natalia was that.
Yeah.
Like, she would go 1 week and be like, yeah, I'm the face right now. And then the next week she shows up and you're like, oh, are you the good guy now?
Yeah.
What? You're bad guy. What's going on?
That basically happened when she got drafted to Raw. She was a heel on SmackDown, and all of a sudden she's a babyface on Raw with no reason why.
Nope. Wasn't like she was suddenly hanging out with all of her friends.
Except because Ronda Rousey's her friend, and Ronda Rousey was there, and she had to be a babyface.
Still doesn't make sense.
No. And also, Ruby should have won this one just because Ruby's still young. I think we were talking beforehand. I couldn't stand Ruby Riott in NXT. She just was bland. She blotched several moves in matches. I mean, it could have been also been the people she was working with also was affected part of it, but she blotched moves that should have been easy. It was just like, I didn't care for her. She shouldn't have been called up. I didn't think she should have been called up when she did. But since she came to the main roster as a heel and actually had something going, and then you had her match with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown title last February.
Yep.
Holy shit. No, she's on fire. And like they really need to push the Riot Squad and really move with them.
I know.
And actually, now that we'll get to it in a few minutes, but there could be an opportunity to really push her hard and actually use her. But time will tell.
Yes.
By the way, this is the one match I got wrong. So people who are not paying attention or keeping track at home.
No, you chose Natalia.
I know. I did?
Yes, you did.
Really?
Yep.
I switched?
Yep. This is not the one you got wrong.
Which one did I get wrong?
That's actually the very next match. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre.
That's right. This is the one
we both got this one wrong.
That's right. That's the one I got wrong. I forgot I switched over to Natalia at the last minute.
Even funnier. So this is the TLC results from PW Mania. They have at the bottom of their paragraph of the match, winner Drew McIntyre. The very end of the paragraph, Balor drop kicks McIntyre into the corner, then hit the double foot stomp for the win. God damn it! Seriously,
this was just a good match. It showed McIntyre being a bully,
yes.
Overpowering Finn. Finn still willing to fight, and then Dolph showing up, hitting a super kick when the ref was distracted.
Yep.
Tried to use a chair only to get punched. Was it kicked? Offwards, and then allowing Finn to surprise Drew and get the pin.
Right. I'm not saying that, Finn is playing the heel in this one, but seriously, when it's laid out on a platter for you, even the good guy's going to go, all right, I'm going to go for this.
Yeah. Only to have Drew beat up Finn in the back. I mean, not Drew, Dolph hit Finn in the back.
Yes.
I love how, though, this makes no sense to me.
Okay.
Finn, well, I'm glad to see Finn get a win here.
Yes.
Because he does need as many wins as he possibly can at this point.
Yes, he does.
But Finn was pissed off that Dolph, why am I getting them confused?
I don't know.
Dolph interfered in his match. But on Raw 2 weeks ago, Finn interfered in his match with Drew.
Don't. Just no.
I know.
Don't. Let it go. Once again, 50-50 booking and Vince McMahon booking things, they don't make sense.
No, they don't.
All right. Next up is Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton.
I fast forward to this match because I didn't care.
Yeah, Ray won.
Though I will say this, because I saw this clip on the recap of the matches live by on IGN.
Yes.
Of Ray taking the chair and sliding out of the ring onto Randy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That is kind of cool.
That was a cool little.
And yeah, Ray actually blocked an RKO and rolled up Randy for the win, which thank you for booking Ray as the guy who's like, yeah, you're not hitting the RKO on me.
Wow, 2 roll-ups in one night.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting. But yeah, so I didn't really care because, and it's basically because Randy Orton was in there. It's also a chairs match, so from what I was doing when I was fast forwarding through it, I looked like there's some cool spots in there, but again, really didn't care.
All right, time for another match where we went, hey, we already figured out who's going to win. WWE Raw Women's Title Match. All right, before we get into this, got to let you know, you and the audience at home, there's not another match that is from a Raw, superstars.
Yes.
For the rest of the card.
Though a Raw superstar does show up in one of them.
Yes, but this also means this is the first time since the brand split started that there has been a co-branded pay-per-view where SmackDown was the main event. This is also the first time since SmackDown started. No, not since SmackDown started. Since the previous brand split, that SmackDown ended a pay-per-view with the last 2 matches.
I'm actually going to correct you here.
Oh, why?
Because you're wrong.
Okay.
Because, well, we have Raw here. We have the WWE Championship match next. Then the Intercontinental Championship match afterwards, which is a Raw.
Shit. I totally forgot about that because that was the piss break. Yeah, the next match took the piss.
Yeah,
it was no seriously.
Look, you can just. I listen off you were like, I had to let you know in the audience at home, you're making a big deal out of this, and you're
totally
wrong.
Forgot there was another. Seriously, that's why that match it was forgettable, but it took forever.
It wasn't a bad match. I mean,
okay.
Yes, this is where people were going to go some people were going to take a piss break here because Nia Jax's there, but. Not as many people were going to because Ronda is in there and they wanted to see how this was going to turn out. And it was a decent match. But again, we knew
Ronda wasn't dropping the belt.
No. But also, this was also when we saw this match, we were like, oh, Becky may go on last. And by the way, I love IGN. I can never remember his name, who does the wrestling stuff over there. But every match after he recapped it, he ends the recap of saying, Becky better go on last. Becky must go on last. Better go on last. That's how he ended every one. After this one, and then we get a little clip backstage.
And Becky needs to go on last.
No, because after Ronda taps out Nia.
Yep.
And Tamina helps Jax to the back. But for some reason, Tamina got held up because Jax was by herself. And didn't want to take an interview. Then a certain someone decided to show up and get some payback. Becky Lynch shows up, looking at Nia, who's looking hurt and in pain, selling the arm. The arm. It's like, remember when you broke my face? Dex and Nia are sending her into her table and it is falling down. Next time, leave my name out of your mouth. And walked off.
Okay, so I definitely need to see one spot near the end. Because Ronda battles out of being picked up by Nia.
Yep.
And then hit a sunset flip. Powerbomb.
Don't. No, it's not as good as it sounds.
Not, I'm going, I just want to see how the fuck they did that.
Because Nia, when she power bombs her, it's like it just flops backwards.
That's kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's usually anytime you got a big person taking a sunset flip power bomb, really it's just them falling over.
I mean, she gets distance, but because Nia...
It's not like a Canadian destroyer.
No.
Which that is still a beautiful thing to see 2 cruiserweights pulled out of.
I know. Because even how when she's trying to fight not being power bombed, and when she does, and she's just kind of her hands move to the turnbuckle and then come off, and she jumps backwards and just flops back.
Oh,
Like a big guy, a big person taking it. Yeah, she basically flops back. No, Nia looks like she just flops.
she
back.
laid down.
And it doesn't even look good, at all. Like, and it's completely Nia. That's the reason why it doesn't look good.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's some good spots where, Ronda overturned some stuff. Got up on. There's like a spot where I can't remember what move Nia was gonna do, but Ronda reverses and gets on her back and starts choking her. But eventually, of course, Nia flips her over eventually.
You just fall backwards.
But it's still there's some good spots there. But yeah, the best part was when you see Becky pay back Nia for breaking her face. I really would love to see Becky actually really hit her to get payback. But that was where the spot was like, oh my god, I'm pretty sure Becky's going on last on IGN. And then when we got WWE Championship match, afterwards it's like, oh my god, Becky's probably going on last. Intercontinental, Becky's going on last!
All right, so next up is the WWE title match, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, which Daniel Bryan won, and from what I'm hearing, this was a damn good match.
It was a slower paced match than I would have liked from the two, but it goes to show you this is Bryan like, no, I'm going to tear you down.
Yeah.
And piss the fans off because they want to see the old Daniel Bryan who would run around. Yes, I'd still take him down.
They
but
wanted a faster paced match.
Yeah.
And they were like, no.
He's like,
I'm not giving that to you.
I'm not going to give it to you. And I love how he, the yes lock, is now the LaBelle lock again.
Oh, cool.
Because the yes lock is dead.
Yes.
Because he's the new Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
So he goes back to everything and what he used. I'm like, yes! He's committing to everything. Because, like, here's the thing. I can see him changing everything about him, but WWE not letting him change the yes lock.
They're like, no, you can do that as well.
So I'm like, yes. And the match ended with Daniel Bryan rolling up AJ Styles.
Yes.
Actually reversing an AJ roll up into his own roll up to get the win. So
good on them.
And it was nice.
Good on them. Yeah, just looking over the write up, 4 2 counts in the match.
Yes.
And I thought Vince hated false finishes. False finishes work great on big matches.
Yes. The best part was when AJ did the phenomenal forearm off the timekeeper's barricade outside.
Yeah.
Then sent him into the ring and tried to do it again to win. But no, it was a good match. I didn't watch majority of it because I was working on during the game, but I kept popping up. At this point in the game, watching a full show, especially after driving,
you were starting to feel the.
I was just like, I needed a faster paced match to really be engaged more time. But I was listening to the whole time. It was definitely a damn good match, like quality wise, for it. So, but it'll be interesting to see where they go with Styles now.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think Styles may have done as much as he can on SmackDown.
Maybe.
But we'll see. I don't necessarily say I want him to go to Raw though.
No, I mean, I do want to see the AJ versus Samoa actually give them a true match between the two of them, not whatever it was that you were trying to do with what they were doing before.
I do eventually want to see some AJ on Raw there.
Yeah.
But I just don't think...
I want to see AJ versus Finn again.
I just don't think now's the time to do it. Because if they are going to shake some up, we could get some new talent crossing over that will still... AJ still can do stuff. Because honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing... Actually, what I'd love to see is the Intercontinental Championship come over to SmackDown again.
Yeah.
And have AJ win that one. Because he did not win the Intercontinental Championship in New Japan.
No, and then battle Shinsuke for it.
No.
And no more dick kicks.
No.
Dick punches.
Because...
Poor AJ's dick.
No, but then eventually have him win the WWE Championship one more time on SmackDown before he goes over to Raw, and eventually he wins the Universal Championship as well.
Okay.
'Cause he does need a Universal Championship reign.
He needs a Grand Slam.
Well, he doesn't need to have the Universal Championship to get the Grand Slam, though.
No, but it's what, 4 belts?
He needs to get the Ultimate Championship, like everything. But he also needs a tag team run.
Exactly.
To
on
get
both shows.
No,
It's technically one.
Yeah, I know, but it should be on both shows.
It should be both.
But I'd like to see him do both. Universal, just to say, no, I am as good as I am because I've won both brands' top belt.
Right.
So,
All right, next up is the WWE Intercontinental title match. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose.
this was a good feud, though I don't know why people were in the fans were calling it. There was an actual boring chant.
Yeah, this match from, I mean, I'll check it out, but I don't know what happened because normally these two men are fire in the ring.
The reason, the storyline going into it was that Seth needs to keep his emotions in check,
Yes.
or he's going to lose, or he's going to, and at the end of the match he loses control,
Right.
and starts gaining that fire that we'll normally see. It definitely was a slower paced match than what we should have had. But here's the thing. We've had them brawling and going intense in the segments they were in and all that. We didn't need that. We needed an actual match here.
Right.
So I'm glad we didn't do that. It could have been a little bit faster paced. It was still a damn good match. But it was definitely what the live fans wanted. And WWE doesn't care about the live fans.
No,
they
they
care
don't.
about the people at home.
No, it's the audience of one.
Vince.
Yeah.
I know.
Because you know that he's actually watching, like, the actual feed.
But Vince is. But also, here's the thing. Vince cares what the fans at home care about, not what the live audience.
I don't understand.
I don't either. But
yeah,
it was a good match. The finish was awesome because when the whole breaking point was when Ambrose pops up to stop a super kick, a kneeling super kick, and goes like and holds up the shield hand.
Yeah.
Come on, we can do it. Ignore all these people. Come on, and he's just like, no, kick, drops him back to his knees, super kick, starts losing control.
Series of right hands.
Yes.
Tosses him into the barricade. Power bombs into the barricade.
And just like the way he did Finn, that cost him his shoulder. But here's the thing: the difference was, I think they told Seth when he's going to powerbomb him into the ring, not the barricade.
Yeah.
Go low, so you're not aiming for the top part of it because that's where you can the drop down could hurt the shoulders. Aim for like 2 inches below.
While in the ring, you aim higher.
Yeah.
So they can use the ropes to bounce.
Yes. So that there gets him back in the ring. Ambrose gets a little bit of fire back, but then he drops him down, and he's just like firing back up, ready for the blackout, and Dean Ambrose hits the Dirty D's DDT, and he took his time to roll over. So I'm thinking we might get a kick out here, but there's no kick out.
No kick out.
But here's the thing of the show. Because Renee is such a connected to Dean Ambrose, she actually got to talk a lot more.
Renee has a connection to Dean?
Yes.
I don't get this. It's like they never talk about it.
Until
the exact moment that it's necessary.
Yep. And I love how everyone ganged up on Renee for rooting for her husband.
Yeah.
And yet Corey Graves has to be the babyface here because of his friendship to Seth over the years.
I know.
And they're all like, how dare you support your husband in all these terrible things? Like, he was home, suffering through an injury. He got a staph infection. Yes, he was a hard time to be around him, but he's my husband. I love him. Oh,
I'm married to him.
I'm married to him. Oh, because he's doing these terrible things because he thinks everyone else didn't care about him.
Yeah.
I'm just not supposed to care about him. It's such a backwards logic.
Whatever. It's WWE.
They were trying to make her a heel for a moment of the show, and I was like,
No.
and you could tell in her voice. Listen to her commentary very carefully especially when they stop picking on her. She's basically saying what she's supposed to say, but she's basically looking at like You can tell it's Vince. She's aiming it at, but she's using Michael Cole as the directions. Like, no, you're an idiot. This is my husband. I'm going to support him. I may not like what he's necessarily doing, but he's my husband. Don't tell me not to support my husband.
Yeah.
And it's just like you could just tell she has disdain for what Vince is wanting her to say.
All right. Well, the final match, the main event of the show.
The only main match on the card besides the pre-show I have not seen.
But yes, as I said earlier, this is the first time that SmackDown has main evented a co-branded pay-per-view since the brand split started.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I think there's been a
Nope.
AJ defended his title once, and it's the main event.
It wasn't a co-branded. Nope.
No, it hasn't. Okay.
Nope.
Well, I swear it has, but maybe not. Well, it doesn't matter.
No, because AJ's typically been, at best, the second to last match of the evening as champion, and even when he was battling with Jinder.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we have our triple threat TLC match, which I've been told is...
Okay, go watch it. Seriously,
yeah,
go watch it. Everyone at home, go watch it right now.
Okay, normally we don't tell you to do this. Put this podcast on pause because we don't want to establish a time frame of people stop listening. But it's an hour and 16 minutes. You've been listening to an hour and 16 minutes. Just pause this. Go watch the match, then come back. You better come back because if you don't come back and listen to the rest of this podcast, Adam is gonna hunt you down and
I'm
beat
gonna
you
have
up.
to fire the editor. I won't be able to afford him anymore. I'm so glad that our intern Renee is free. Word just in, she did not realize that she's been working for free this entire time, and she just walked out of the building. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold up.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm actually getting something from Renee right now.
Oh, okay.
She's apologizing to me for the cruel words about me earlier in the show that you quoted. Though I don't know why I said those actually match me perfectly.
I know.
So she doesn't need to apologize. It's a compliment. Okay, hold on. She's saying the quote that you quoted. That's actually for you.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Can you quote her?
No, it's
Okay.
it's a little mean.
Well, Renee never existed within the company anyway. She was a figment of my imagination. All right, so the WWE Women's title, SmackDown title, TLC match.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Between
never
Becky.
mind. I gotta go. Can we wrap this up?
You have a wonderful night. Asuka won the match.
Renee wants to meet up later for drinks.
But TLC match: Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. We were both correct on calling Asuka to walk out of this.
Though we were not actually expecting it to happen.
No, I was willing to take a loss on this one and see Becky retain.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because even like the guy from IGN, I cannot remember his name.
Okay, you're gonna have to write it down at some
point.
point.
I'm going to have to because since he doesn't do the wrap up every week anymore, I don't see his name half the time. But he does this every for the pay per views. He's like, I love Becky, but you also know I'm a huge Asuka mark. So like, either way, Becky winning or Asuka winning, it was like okay.
Like I do feel that this Asuka winning here kind of makes up for the whole losing to Carmella through trickery.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, we kind of agreed on this when for Asuka's storyline when she eventually lost, which shouldn't have happened at WrestleMania.
No,
sorry.
But WrestleMania was the correct stage.
Yes,
but not that WrestleMania.
No, because even Charlotte got blotched after that.
Yeah, I think there was I mean, you look at like the right after that, just nobody did anything well.
No.
Unless you were Roman Reigns.
Yes. But no, so here's what it worked. Because that when she eventually lost, she should the thing she needed to do was go on a losing streak.
Should have.
And she kind of
she did.
She did, but like we were talking like an overall cannot win a match
like
level.
Actually losing to people, not through trickery.
Yeah, but she kind of did that, and then kind of build back up. So this kind of worked out in the same way. She made mistakes and let the trickery get to her. And you could say if they were smart, they would tie it back to her finally losing her match against Charlotte. But who knows? Whatever. But the payoff eventually has come at least in 2018. It's still
Yeah.
where she's finally the SmackDown's champion, women's champion, and yes, Ronda Rousey made an appearance.
Yeah.
Furthering the Becky and Charlotte storyline. It better be Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania, not a triple threat.
Not a triple threat.
No, I do not want a triple threat. Because
No.
here's what they should do going forward. Becky and Asuka should have a match at Royal Rumble for the rematch.
Yes.
Because I don't know who you use on Raw going forward
Yeah.
for in the women's. Charlotte should challenge Intercross brand for the championship
Okay.
to say I can beat you whenever, Ronda, and then that can be at Royal Rumble, and then Becky can then go on to win the Elimination Chamber match to get the women's SmackDown to win the pick who whatever match she's gonna go.
Okay.
And then she'll pick.
That's not always what happens with Elimination Chamber.
It's
but...
mostly, if a championship's not being defended in one of them, it's the winner gets a pick.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have
Sometimes.
So you have her win that, and then she gets Ronda at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
In the main event.
Or you put Becky in the Rumble.
Yes. Either way,
And she wins.
And then she's like, "I'm coming out to." Like, I don't know who I want.
And immediately, unlike last year where that was the weirdest moments of people just pointing at a sign.
Yeah.
Can we get rid of everyone pointing to the WrestleMania sign at Royal Rumble? Just get rid of it.
You can't. You have to point at that sign.
God. Such a stupid thing.
Well, kind of like what they did last year, where Shinsuke was able to pick his opponent immediately.
Well, yeah. I mean, Asuka, they kept it, vague, but
yes, because
Ronda came out.
Well, they did that because they wanted you to guess.
But this year, Ronda and we'll say Asuka come out, and Becky immediately makes her decision by attacking Ronda.
Yeah.
Just being like, no, I'm going to attack you every single week.
No, don't have them come out. Just basically say, like, who are you going to pick? Like, I mean, I have
Ronda,
Asuka.
I'm coming for you.
It's like, it
uses the classic Booker T line. Ronda, I'm coming for you, N-word. No, I think that would get everyone, a lot of people angry. There would be some really triggered snowflakes out there.
It'd be like, well, I would love to take another shot at Asuka. There's a certain someone on Raw who needs an ass whooping to prove. She
keeps trying to follow me.
Yeah, she keeps trying to follow me. Like a certain someone on Raw who seems to think that what I was gonna do to her wouldn't happen. So Ronda at WrestleMania,
I'm coming for you.
You better still have your belt because I'm coming for it, and do like that. But who knows? I'm glad for Asuka. She deserves this. She should have won it sooner. But she won it. We have a good setup. Becky better be in the WrestleMania main event.
Yes.
It better be a one-on-one match, not a fucking triple threat match.
One-on-one match.
Because you can then set up Asuka and Charlotte for a rematch at WrestleMania 2 as well. Again, Asuka has to win it again.
You mean WrestleMania as well, not WrestleMania 2. I don't know how we're getting the time traveling stuff going on. But speaking of time, we're getting close to the end of the show, and we have to cut it here. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, Renee's waiting for me to go get drinks.
Exactly. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for checking out the episode with us. Tim, thank you for traveling 1,500 miles just to be on this show with me this week.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Yeah, though seeing your ugly face is a problem.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and now
comment down below on the two shows, Ring of Honor, Final Battle, and TLC. Let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah.
I'd say let us know what you thought of our predictions. That's last week. Let you know, rub it in Adam's face that you're happy that I won because I'm awesome. But on your way down to comment to rub it in Adam's hideous face.
Okay.
Be sure to give us a thumbs up because you made it to an hour and 24 minutes plus the little gap you had to go to watch the TLC main event.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a thumbs up. I mean, you're clearly listening to us. I mean, well, me at least. obviously. But also, right below that, make sure you subscribe,
Ding.
ring the bell,
Ding, ding.
and what's the stupid tagline this week?
Keep following the show.
It's better than join us.